My brother and I are a little focused.
What they did.
Yeah, we're all in on AI. I tell people I'm a homer. I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm 100% in.
Kind of have to be while you're learning.
Yeah. And just listening to podcasts, absorbing, and it's kind of fun to be a little obsessed on something.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of purpose.
Yeah, and
Well, we were trying to find that for you, weren't we?
Yeah.
On board, your brother came to work with you, and now AI. So we were having this conversation before you knew what it was going to be, and here we are.
Yeah. Well, and after 20-something, 25 years in the industry, I was like,
you get stale and exhausted with it all.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is so smart, man. I love it for you. I love it for me.
Yeah, I'm like,
An indirect beneficiary.
Well, and then you with your exercise, I'm like, oh, I can do rucking. I mean, it's nice cross-pollination.
Yeah, I like that.
And so I always preface it with,
welcome back to the podcast, everyone. As always, I'm your host, Jason Thibodeau, with the Mortgage Lounge. My special guest today, and I do mean special because I love him, Paul Miller. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I'm
part of our tribe
to be here.
Yeah. Has become a brother from another mother, and just an inspiration to have as part of our branch and our tribe. When we brought over Rico, our fearless ops manager, I didn't know he was coming with a couple amazing human beings along with him.
Well, Rico alone would have been a good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was the trifecta, right? Because we got Paul Miller and we got Stacy Berry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stacy. And that was, I don't know, during COVID. So we're going on 5 years now. But it's been nice because, like, demographically, the makeup of our group between Idaho and Huntington Beach, from a loan officer standpoint, it's somewhat younger, I'll call it, with a few exceptions. And it is really nice for me in my position, selfishly, to have you to lean on because you have more life experience than I do, and you got a good heart and a lot of empathy. We share that, right?
Yes,
we are both deep feelers, I think it's fair to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Empaths, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit maybe about that sense of purpose, what drives us. You've been through a lot in your life. You do some inspiring things too. You have your rucksack talks that you send me every morning, which I always am grateful for.
Yeah.
But you just pulled off something pretty awesome that I think the vast majority of the population isn't up for. And I would like to acknowledge that and say nice work, but can you tell everybody what it is you just pulled off?
So for the 20th anniversary of my 40th birthday, that's what I'm referring to it. For my 60th birthday.
Yeah.
For those of you who are...
What is that again? The 20th?
The 20th anniversary of my 40th birthday.
I understand now, yes.
I thought, you know what? I want to do something that is physical and meaningful, and I enjoy the hikes and nature and outdoors. And so my best friend from high school and I came with this harebrained idea to, initially we were going to hike the Grand Canyon, that you do rim to rim. It's a 26-mile hike. But last year I told people the Grand Canyon burned down. Everybody goes, what? And like they had this huge fire, burned down the lodge that had been there for 85 years, closed all the trails.
That's horrible.
So we had planned on doing that, and we're actually training. So I was rucking between 3 and 5 miles a day to get in shape for this.
Well, explain to people what rucking is for those that don't know, for the uninitiated.
So rucking is going out into nature and putting on a weight, 10, 20, 30 pounds, whatever you're comfortable with, and doing a long hike.
Yeah.
So
kind of like military, basically.
Yeah. And again, that's why they call it, rucksacking. It comes directly from the military.
Yeah.
And so I have a 32-pound rucksack that I'll put on my back and go out. I'm just south of Salt Lake, and so we'll go out into the foothills or the mountains there and do 3 to 5 miles with a backpack on, and it's cathartic, it's invigorating, it resets, and doing that 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah. I do my best thinking when I'm rucking, by the way.
Oh, it's been amazing, because sometimes I'll listen to a podcast. Sometimes I won't listen to anything. Sometimes I'll pray. Sometimes I had we had some tragedy in the family, and I found that like for 20 minutes I was listening to some sad music and just cried out loud. And I was like, you're gonna be like, there's a crazy man in the hills of Saratoga Springs.
Yeah.
But it was great. So it was something that I enjoy, and it helped me stay grounded and connect to nature and to God and even to others. And so, like I said, the the text that I send you in the morning, the video text is just, yeah, and it's fun.
It's kind of like your version of encountering the burning bush
Yes,
in a certain way.
yes, it's my temple. One of the things, and just kind of when the Israelites were wandering in the desert for 40 years,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have a temple. They had to like do it at the tops of mountains and stuff. And so I was like,
It's a great temple.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. And it was different every morning.
Yeah.
So you get up there and you got the hills and the sun's just coming over it. You're like, this is like out of a movie.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Utah is such a beautiful place. It is God's country for sure.
yeah.
So what did you do?
So when the Grand Canyon was out of play, we said, what else? And so Zion's was kind of halfway point between my best friend who lives in Arizona and I'm up in Utah. So we met at the Grand Canyon and did 17.2 mile hike, west rim of the Grand Canyon, one of the best hikes. We talked to a lot of people actually when we finished and we're in town, and they were like, oh, everybody's like, well, that's one of my top 3 hikes for the hikers and for the guys that were really into it.
What kind of elevation climb are we talking?
So we started out at about 6,800 feet and went up to about 84, and then all the way down to, it was about a 4,000 foot descent.
Do you feel like downhill is almost worse?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. The last 4 miles was downhill, and no exaggeration. I mean,
yeah.
my buddy's knees are wrecked.
Yeah, and the feet and the toes, and your toenails and like just like the blisters.
Yep.
I can tell the most pain I've ever been in when we used to do a lot of the San Gorgonio and Mount Baldy stuff.
Yeah.
Especially Baldy downhill.
Baldy.
If you started from a lower starting point for the elevation climb and then you had to go all the way back down, brutal.
Yeah, the natural man, the lazy man goes downhill. I want to do the downhill. 4 miles at steep. Yeah, your knees, your toenails. A pro tip, trim your toenails really short before you go.
Yeah. Totally. Moleskin too. We got so like exasperated at certain points going downhill that we would see like stretches we could get off trail and just like shoot and cut through.
Yeah.
Just to shorten it up. And like it would be so steep, we'd be dragging on our butts sometimes just to roll down, and we would do it just to avoid some of the pain.
Yeah, no, it's we had that discussion, but it was like, okay, we're going to do the full 17 too. But and it's funny because at the top you're like, oh, next year we're going to do this and make it an annual thing.
Yeah.
By the end we're like, I just want to finish.
Yeah.
I just gotta,
Let's just survive
just
this.
get to the tram and be done. Yeah.
I just want to acknowledge you for that. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny because you're always kind of looking for your thing. It seems like it's like find your thing, and you're like, I don't even know what my thing is.
Yeah.
How do I know when it's
Right.
my thing? And some people like biking, some people like lifting weights. As far as your thing physically.
Yeah.
And
Pilates.
Yeah.
CrossFit. Whatever.
yeah,
Right.
yoga, and
Long distance running. Yeah. Everyone's got it. Right.
yeah. Oh, we ran across an ultra marathoner, and I'm like, they run 50 miles through the mountains. They have those races.
I don't know how they do that.
They're animals. And he goes, oh, no. There's like the ultra guys that do 240 miles.
Yeah.
And they'll have pacers that will meet them at certain points, and they will like lay down and sleep on the trail for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
eat something, get up and keep going.
Oh.
240. I'm like, that's a different level of crazy.
Yeah, like human perseverance is fascinating, right? Because like I think obviously that requires an amazing amount of training over the years because an ordinary person trying that would die.
And he said, and when we're talking with him, especially for the 240 guys, 240 miles, he goes, it's just how they're dealing with adversity, the next level, because you're going to break down, you're going to get injuries, you're going to have those things on the trail. And
David Goggins-esque. Yes.
Capital D, capital G,
Yeah.
very David Goggins-esque. But that's their thing.
Yeah.
And so for me to find that was one of the things that I realized on this hike. I'm like, oh, this is my thing. I'm willing to do it in the mornings. I'm willing to do it when it snows. I'm willing to do it when it rains. That's my thing.
Yeah, and it's great. Like weight bearing while you're doing it for the core, your shoulders, your back. Just in general, I think it 2x's your calorie burn, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of just ordinary walking.
Yeah.
Which is nice, and I think it's easier on the joints because you're not pounding in the running sense,
Yeah, running is.
Yeah, I'm not a runner. I mean, look, I'm 220 pounds, so like me trying to do a 5K or a 10K, doesn't go real well, I can knock out a mile or two here and there or run some intervals, but like I have a huge amount of respect for the marathon guys because I'm not cut out for it.
Half marathons, all that. I'm like,
Anything more than 2 miles.
well, that's 5K, the mud runs. 5Ks where I have some stuff in between them. That's my jam. I like doing that.
But put 30 to 50 pounds on my back and ask me to go 5 or 10 miles. I'm all about it.
Yeah. And I just started mixing in push-ups with it.
Oh, it's so great. Well, again, core strength.
50 push-ups before, 50 push-ups in the middle, 50 push-ups.
The fun part is when you get back home, do a couple pull-ups. Or at least a bar hang, where you're working on your grip strength.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Nice work.
Oh.
And I love rucking too. It's become my thing outside of lifting for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think more people should do it.
If it's their thing.
So we're going to segue into a topic that is near and dear to your heart, I know. And I'm super grateful, by the way, because I'm not the innovator. Let's just put it that way. I am not the innovator. I like to push envelopes. I like to be at the leading edge of things like this podcast room exists.
Okay, we had to stop and acknowledge the amazingness of this studio.
Thanks, man.
It's not like, it's been thrown together. I mean, and I look at it, I'm like, the detail, the wood for the sound, everything.
The insulation. Yeah, well, it's just an underserved part of the marketplace for realtors and loan officers specifically. You see most people doing it on their phone with like a $30 Amazon Prime mic on their chest. And I don't have a negative judgment around that, but I do want to know that I became a resource for our clients and for our loan officers. So I feel good about it.
Well, the cycles that you put into it, there's a level of dedication. And
this started a lot more humbly.
It started with the little, that's a great place to start. Yeah. Okay, here's my little pellet mic and the one camera, or the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've taken it to the not even the next level.
Big things have small beginnings.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah.
So let's talk about artificial intelligence, otherwise known as AI.
Yes.
You're the man that pushed me, and I'm certainly nowhere near efficient at this or good at this, but at least you got me started, and that's what matters. I was telling a story. This is how we'll kick this off. I told it on the sales meeting earlier.
Yep.
And this is where I understood the profound power of artificial intelligence. Of course, there's many layers to it, but I was, this happens every once in a while. This is why I'm out of production personally as much as I can be in the leadership role, because I don't have the patience anymore that I used to as a younger man. So like dealing with abrasive personalities in the realtor space, I no longer respond kindly to. Okay. I used to be a doormat and like you could do whatever you want, say whatever you want, but like, yes, sir, may I have another? Right now it's like a little different.
Well, you don't have, you've grown.
Yeah. And I'm better served, coaching, mentoring, and creating. But I wrote out this angry email to a realtor because I was pretty activated.
Okay, so the realtor said something.
The realtor said something, sense of entitlement. Taking without honoring the rule of reciprocity, just being arrogant and difficult and obnoxious. And I wanted to point that out to them in a not so kind fashion.
A lot of exclamation points and 4 letter words.
Yeah. Okay. And
which is a natural reaction in somebody.
It's a very human response. Yeah. And I knew, I'm old enough to know it's a bad idea because I've sent those emails in the past and I've really regretted it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm lighting this on fire. I don't damn the torpedo.
Yeah. But having had those harder lessons, it came to me after a lot of our conversations around AI, oh my God, I can type out this angry email, upload it to AI, which is we're using ChatGPT. We spend $20 a month for the pro version, and ask it, tell it, I'm pretty triggered right now, and I'm angry, and I want to send this, but I know it's not a good idea. Can you take what I'm saying and dilute it down to a much more polished, professional, but still direct message that doesn't burn my bridge? And of course, that's exactly what it did. And I read it and I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect.
This is exactly what I wanted to say, right? I mean,
because there's no emotion.
No.
Right?
No.
Artificial intelligence.
But
it doesn't have a reptilian brain.
It does not have a dog in the fight.
Right. Yeah. Well, it doesn't have an amygdala, right? It doesn't have a fight or flight response like we do. It's like that, if I can at least have anybody have the aha moment about artificial intelligence, we're going to talk about all the millions of other things it can do. But that piece for me is life-changing because I'm encountering this kind of stuff all the time in a high-stakes business where people behave badly all the time, and how to respond and remove the anger and emotion and not having to do that myself, but using ChatGPT has literally changed my life. So there's a great example of how it's already helping.
Funny add on to that. So my brother's my business partner.
Hi, Trace.
And I mean, we're brothers. We get along. We know each other. But there's still, once in a while, there's friction.
Of course.
As in any human interaction. And there was something that happened, and I was, I was like, and I thought, I dump it into ChatGPT. Okay, this is what I want to say today. Give me a nice version.
That's so
and I send it over.
You're doing it too.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If
This is great.
Again, and you read it and you're like, that's exactly what I wanted to say.
I know.
It's spooky. I'm not, you're like, it's unnerving.
Paul,
sometimes.
we're at the very beginning stages of this.
Yeah, we will talk about it.
Yeah. We're not even, we're only scratching the surface on what this is going to become.
The funny part, so I'm like, okay, I modify it a little bit. I don't send the first one. I say, hey, give it to me a little bit a nicer tone. Give it to me a brotherly tone. You can go
brotherly. You can literally prompt it to do those things.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be like, give it to me like Bart Simpson would say it. I mean, you can put whatever, put whatever flavor you want in it. Again, it doesn't have to talk in the night.
Funny.
So I sent it to him. 10 minutes later, I get a response back. It's a ChatGPT response back to me. So I'm sure it triggered something with him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well guess what? Stupid."
So funny.
Oh yeah, that's a better response. So, and that's one of the things I think. Some of the pushback initially is, well, this isn't me, or it's not, it's not human. But people are overcoming that.
That's like saying I shouldn't wear shoes, right? I'm human. I have feet. I don't need to wear shoes. I don't know. This is an enhancement, not a replacement.
Yes. Yeah. So a couple data points, and I tell people, and hear me on this. This is, again, just one old guy's thinking. We're on the front side of a tsunami, and we're all in the same wave, and we're just on different parts of that. But make no mistake, it's a tsunami. And I've chased shiny objects. I mean, I've been doing mortgages for almost 30 years. And, the new thing that comes along, and you jump and you spend a lot of time and money on it, and it just fizzles out.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I worried about that, because initially I was heading a different direction with a different product and stuff. And then AI comes along, and I'm like, am I just jumping for a new shiny object?
You know what this is? Every once in a while in the NBA, a generational player comes along. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I call it LeBron James in the current era. Before that, Kobe Bryant. Before that, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Right. And those aren't dimes a dozen, and there's a lot of dime a dozen out there. I think that's what I would point to in trying to help people understand what this is, right? Because it is a generational shift, like the internet was a generational shift.
The CEO of Google said something along the lines of, we had, the wheel and fire and electricity and internet and AI.
Yeah. Don't forget the Industrial Revolution. This is in that category.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the thing that's fun is, as I talk to people, and everybody's on their own journey, and you'll hear this, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. I want to be educated. I want to hear the new stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody has to start someplace.
Mm-hmm.
And not usually, everybody has a aha moment. Your aha moment was like, I can put this email together.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing that AI does for most people is it compresses time.
Yeah.
You could have spent a couple days and been like, okay, I need to cool down, and I need to go through all the steps.
And it still wouldn't have been as good. Let's face it.
No. And
let's just face
that's
it.
exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful. So let's talk about, in the context of mortgage lending, it's hard to wrap our brains as loan officers around how to harness this, right? Because we're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that for sure. But is there just keeping it at a high level without getting into the weeds so much? What's your feedback for maybe even realtors too, who are listening to this, of how they can immediately start incorporating ChatGPT into their business?
There's a little groundwork, a little baseline.
Yeah.
So there's several flavors of LLMs, large language models.
Mm-hmm.
There's basically 5. And you have OpenAI, which
I
is
only mentioned one of them, right?
ChatGPT, and then you have Grok, and you have Gemini, and so you have 5 of the big ones. My personal belief is ChatGPT, OpenAI as a company, is going to be the 800-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
They are growing the past. I mean, some of the statistics.
Like the Amazon Prime or the Amazon or the Google during the search era. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it took 7 years for the internet to get to 100 million users. ChatGPT released, and within 60 days, not 6 months, 60 days, they had 100 million users. They went from 700 million. Now, 700 million, that's twice the population of the United States
yeah.
total.
Right.
Every man, woman, and child.
Right.
They went from 700 million to 800 million in a month.
Wow.
From September to October.
Yeah. At some point, it's going to be half the planet.
Yeah. And now, again, that's just one flavor. So we're kind of bounced around. We talk about ChatGPT. If you like Gemini, if you like Perplexity, I don't care the flavor.
Yeah.
That's not the important part.
Right.
The important part is that you're using it. Get on the merry-go-round. Start your climb. Start your hike. Instead of going, it's going to be later. When we do a training for continuing education for realtors in Utah.
Let me just say this real quick on what you're about to say. When I asked him how you can start incorporating this into your business, especially for loan officers, and this is even relevant for realtors to hear, what he did here, in my opinion, was genius. So go ahead and share.
So my brother and I are a little focused.
What they did. Voluntaries.
Yeah. We're all in on AI. I tell people I'm a homer. I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm 100% in.
Kind of have to be while you're learning.
Yeah. And just listening to podcasts, absorb and it's kind of fun to be a little obsessed on something.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of purpose.
Yeah. And
we were trying to find that for you, weren't we?
Yeah.
On board, your brother came to work with you, and now AI. So we were having this conversation before you knew what it was going to be, and here we are.
Yeah. Well, and after 25 years in the industry, I was like,
you get stale and exhausted with it all.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is so smart, man. I love it for you. I love it for me.
Yeah. I'm like,
an indirect beneficiary.
Well, and then you with your exercise, I'm like, I can do rucking. I mean, it's nice cross pollination.
I like that.
And so I always preface it with, I'm a believer. I've drank the Kool-Aid. I think everybody needs to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own path. And the more mature I get, no, the older I get, I'm not getting mature. The more I realize that you do, whether it's your spiritual path or your financial path or your physical path, everybody has their own path.
Yeah.
We're ultimately all going
in the same direction. Yeah. I believe that.
And we're going at different speeds.
We're not as separated as we all think we are.
No. Which
That's
is
just
a beautiful
ego saying things.
Oh yeah. I'm much smarter. I'm much better. And so, regardless of which of the 5 flavors you're using, I tell people, use it. When I have one-on-one sessions with realtors or with mortgage professionals and even family members, I'm like, when we finish, I'm like, I need you to use it once a day. We'll start with that. And I don't even care what it's for. 60% of the searches done now are done on AI, not on Google.
Yeah.
So think about it. All the searches that are done used to be, let's Google it.
Isn't it fascinating too that Google was the 800-pound gorilla in search? And I'm not saying there's not going to continue to stay relevant with Gemini and everything else, which every time I use Google search, because I'm the older guy in the habit of doing it, I notice every single time it's just the AI answer now.
Apple's getting their lunch eaten right now because when you do your search,
Apple's another great example though, right? You got Google and you got Apple. Nobody can ever defeat them, right? And then here comes AI, and in a very short period of time, in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe they get their act together, maybe they don't. They're going to be irrelevant. They're going to go the way of Kodak to a certain extent.
Apple is cooked. My 2 cents, take it for what it's worth.
I'm so surprised with my iPhone that I can't really, I think they have Apple AI or whatever. I still don't really know how to use it.
We could do a whole other podcast on Apple and Apple AI, but Apple just came and basically Apple had to eat some humble pie and go, our competitor, we're having to use OpenAI to do our searches. They'll end up private labeling and you won't see it. But right now, when you do a search on Siri, it says, hey, we're going to use ChatGPT, okay? And you go, yes.
So educate me on that.
They slept on AI, and they said, we're going to do Apple Intelligence. We're not going to do it like everybody else. We're going to do Apple Intelligence. And the rest.
So when you're using Siri, you can say, hey, Siri.
No, you don't even have to. Hey, Siri. And if Siri doesn't have it.
Okay. But can you ask it to use ChatGPT?
It just does it automatically if it doesn't know.
Interesting. Yeah. But let's go back to what you're launching or what you have launched and what's already in practice with is it Utah Association of Realtors?
So for continuing education for realtors, they go, okay, we have to do 8 hours, and you have to have core classes and you have to have electives.
Yeah.
And so as we were learning about AI, we're like, well, this, and the thing is, you have the same, but I genuinely want to help my realtors be successful.
Yeah.
Because if you help, what Zig Ziglar says, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want.
It's the only thing that's ever worked for me in business. You have to be likable. You have to show up.
Yes.
Right? You have to dress somewhat nicely.
Yeah.
Those are the prerequisites. But making a difference, moving the needle for people, adding value like this is what really is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah. And so as we were developing, it was like, okay, we can bring this to realtors. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we say in the class, and I also now will use mortgages, AI will not replace realtors. AI will not replace the mortgage guys. But realtors using AI will replace the realtors that aren't. Mortgage professionals with AI will replace those that aren't.
Yeah, competitive advantage.
The sooner you come to this party, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah.
My humble belief.
Cool.
And just the efficiencies. What happens is you get in, you have an experience. One of the podcasts I listen there, he always says, "What was your turning point? What was the moment you were like, oh, this is something serious?" Mm-hmm. Yours was that email.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, and there's no going back. I mean, it's $20 a month. If you're not doing that, shake yourself.
Yeah, I would have a second brain without a reptilian brain, without an amygdala, without a fight or flight response. That's much smarter than you, frankly. Oh, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about some examples, but just again, it's scratching the surface. The other thing is, and it's changing so fast. So get started. Don't be frustrated. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. Mm-hmm. You know what? You start where you start, and the sooner you start, the better. And everybody feels behind. I feel like I've been well-versed into this 8-9 months.
Yeah.
This is a daily thing, podcast, studying, creating courses. I feel like I'm 100 miles behind everybody else.
Yeah. So dive into these podcasts. They're all over YouTube, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Is there any low-hanging fruit items you're willing to share with us that you communicate at the Utah Association of Realtor classes?
Yeah. So, and some of it's just the basics, you know, the blocking and tackling, but, start using it. I know it sounds like a silly one.
Yeah. But that's an important message, because I had to hear that a few times from you before I would do it.
And not just for business. Do it for personal.
Sure.
Do it for trips. Use that as a second brain.
Okay. Finish your stop, but I want to do the Valvoline thing.
Okay.
Because I know you do that in the class.
Yep.
Yeah.
We might have to do a pause because I put my phone outside so it wouldn't ring. Yeah, doesn't have my second brain tell me what to do.
I got my phone right there.
Okay. So use it for personal and business. Mm-hmm. Pay the $20.
Yeah, for the pro version.
I will tell people I will get rid of Netflix before I get rid of my ChatGPT subscription. And again, whether it's Perplexity, whether it's Gemini, whether it's ChatGPT, don't care the flavor. Right. I think ChatGPT is the 800-pound gorilla. Yeah. I think they don't care about profitability, they care about market share. And so they're just growing. They're doing the Amazon model. Now, once you do that, then you can go, okay, let's work on projects. One of the things people don't realize is ChatGPT, and you can turn these on and off. It's not like people are like, well, this is my information. Large language models, they have absorbed the internet. They know everything on the internet. They know your Facebook. They know all this stuff. Now, do they know your private emails and stuff?
Yeah.
No, not at this point.
Right.
But as much as, Gmail, guess what? Your Gmails aren't as private.
Who cares? Siri is listening to everything we say anyways.
Yes. So
we all had the experience where an ad pops up, having never typed anything at all and just had the conversation in passing with a friend. And then what do we see? The ad on our phone.
Yes. And if you ever want to punk your siblings, you go over to their house, and when they're not looking, you go to their little Google and you say woman's lingerie or something like that. And then it pops up on their feed and they go, how did this get? Or you go,
hilarious.
Adult diapers. And then it pops up on their feed and they're like, why am I getting adult diapers on there?
That's great. That's great.
Yes. So the thing is, so when you go Google something, it goes and it's searching through the internet. It's looking, and then it comes back and it gives you, here's the top 3. When you're going and doing a search with ChatGPT, it already knows all this. It's coming back. It's like it's the difference between you going and looking something up versus you going, oh, I know that information, and it's coming off the top of your head.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. It already knows all of this stuff. And again, that's why people are using it as a search tool instead of, and that again, using it as a search tool is like the very beginning steps.
So that's the very beginning steps, using it as a search tool. Can we do the little exercise with the phone call?
We can.
Is that cool?
Yeah. So
Yes. Hang on one second.
Valvoline instant oil change, Salt Lake City.
It's interesting how Utah has it, but we don't.
Maybe it's different franchise owners. West Valley. Let's try this one.
Thanks for calling Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Here we go.
Anna Caroline Drive. Just a heads up, this call may be recorded for training purposes. Would you like to receive a text with our latest promotions?
No, thank you. What actually I would like to know is, for a full synthetic oil change, what does that cost?
Not a problem. A full synthetic oil change is $99.99. It includes an 18-point safety check, and it only takes 15 minutes.
Okay. If you wait, hold on. I have an alligator in my trunk. Can you help me with an alligator in my trunk?
We don't handle alligators, but you might want to contact animal control for help with that.
Okay.
Anything else I can do for you?
Yeah.
Oil change stuff or car services?
Well, yeah. So my best friend put a skunk in my car and it smells. I was wondering if you can help me with the air filters in my car.
We can help with that. We offer cabin air filter replacements, which can remove dust, pollen, and bacteria from inside your car. It'll freshen things up. The price for this service is variable. You can come by without an appointment during business hours, and our team can take care of it for you.
Who am I talking? Wait, who am I talking to?
I'm a virtual service advisor here to help you with your Valvoline needs.
Now, what if I want to talk to a real
How
person?
can I assist you?
I want to talk to a human.
Let me check for someone available at the service center. They're quite busy right now, but
So,
It's pretty cool. But the fact that it's like, it really is listening to what you're saying. You can bring something up as random as an alligator in your trunk.
Yeah.
And it responds to that.
and hey, we can call animal control, and it doesn't just blow it off.
But when it's talking about alligators and referring animal control, and you're calling Valvoline, this is it's mind blowing. And we're only just getting started. This is just scratching the surface of what this is going to become.
Yeah, we're going to look back in a few years and go, oh yeah, remember what it was like before AI?
Remember when we had to use our brain?
Yes.
Remember when we had to type an email?
Remember when we had to Google stuff? Who Google?
Remember when we had to create Excel spreadsheets?
Oh. So what's happening is and
I feel bad for the code guys. I know it's not there yet, and it's getting there. I get it.
No, the code guys are.
I know they're toast. Yeah.
Well,
it's going to take one coder to do what used to take 10 or 100 coders, right?
Yeah. Well, and again, I keep going back to the same thing. It compresses time.
Yeah.
So instead of 10 people working on it for a week, you have one person that can do it in a day.
Yeah.
It's compressed.
So now you one-man show realtors or one-woman show loan officers, right? Who are struggling to grow your business because there's only so much one person can do, right? Well, that narrative is about to change and flip up on its head once you learn to harness. And of course, what I'd like to do, by the way, at a branch level, is figure out how we all go to boot camps for AI. I would like to sign us up for that. So if you find one, let me know. It's going to be virtual.
And and that's a great example. So for you asked what's something that for a loan officer or for a realtor, we all wanted
because you have to know how to prompt, right?
Yes and no.
Right.
And the reason I say that is you can just talk into it. And here, get your chat GPT. And one of the things is like, well, I would do more podcasts, but I don't know what to talk about. Okay. So you open up chat GPT and you go in. And here's the thing is don't type anything. Next pro tip.
Yeah, you're talking.
You're not.
That's a powerful reminder. I've been sitting all day. Here's an example. We'll use this as a wrap up because we got to eat lunch soon with everyone. But
we talk for hours about this.
I have to make an offer to a loan officer that we like a lot, and I've been spending all day writing out an email that I eventually want to put into ChatGPT to improve upon it. But when you're
never want to hear you say I've been writing an email all day.
I know I have, but what I'm hearing you say is I don't need to do that. I can literally just audio into ChatGPT. Hey, this loan officer, this is why we like her. These are the things that are important to her. These are the things specifically that we're going to offer her. Yada, yada, yada.
I'm so proud right now. I cannot tell you how proud I am. Yes, that is exactly
I'm
it.
telling you, I've been spending hours in between all the interruptions and meetings trying to get this freaking email out. I'm going to use ChatGPT.
We're going to go knock this out in 10 minutes.
But I'm still taking the time to write out my own email so then I can upload it to ChatGPT. So what you're saying is...
No. So here's kind of the baby steps. Start using it every day. Use it for personal, use it for business. And for ChatGPT specifically, you can have programs on the side, which means just little folders to organize it. Once you're doing that every day, just say, I have a loan officer, and this is what's important to her, and I want to make an offer. And so I was listening to Brian Ferry, real estate. He does 4-minute prompts. Tom Ferry, excuse me. 4 minutes into ChatGPT on what he wants. I want 4 minutes.
So pretty granular detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the
I'm literally learning real time from Paul right now because that just saved me a day of trying to get this freaking email done.
The more data you put in, you're not going to give it too much data.
Yeah.
The more you put it in, the better you put in, the better you're going to get out. So,
this is like a personal assistant on steroids. Yeah.
This is exactly it. If you can have a personal assistant and a virtual intern and a partner and have them all wrapped into one, because what we're also going to talk about is you take and put your, you put your financials in there and you put here's the loan officers I have, and you put all of that in, and then you go, okay, where are our blind spots? What can we do better? Where can we be more profitable? You start, we're going to take it not to the next level. We're going to take 10 levels up.
Yeah.
By putting that data in there, how do you know your blind spots?
You can make folders in AI?
Oh, yeah, you can make folders. You can upload. So I have uploaded my pay stubs from the last 2 years. And here's what I've done. Here's how, where can I improve? Where can I make more money? Oh, hey, out of all these people, who should I call back? What you can do with it is
incredible.
Yes. And so going back to the starting, use it every day, start doing projects or folders.
Use the pro.
Yes. Pay the $20. If you can't, shake yourself. Come on. And then one of the things hey, great. You want to know what to do for your next podcast, for your next social media? Hey, what are the top 5 trending Orange County real estate needs that are trending on Instagram, and what kind of look do I want to have? And write me a 10-second, 15-second, 30-second script, give me one of each, on those subjects that I can pick from and do it, and give it to me in Lucille Ball flavor. I want to have it kind of funny and wacky redhead. Joanna Gaines, I really like her style. I want to do it in Joanna Gaines type style.
Yeah.
And it'll give you 10, 15, 30 seconds. You know what? I don't really like that 30-second one. Make it a little more professional, not as funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So like nuances, granular detail, personalization with these different celebrities. Yeah.
Here's where I'm begging, just start using it.
I think that's a good way to end it. We're going to have lunch, but man, Paul, it's pretty exciting. The other thing that's worth pointing out, Paul is not a spring chicken. I hope you don't mind me saying so.
That's a nice way of saying I'm old.
But like with age comes wisdom, but there's the other flip side of that coin where people like, I don't need it. I'm gonna stick with my AOL.com domain name, my email, and old dogs can't learn new tricks. So that I am gonna push back on that and say it's just not true. Now, if you have no interest and you don't want to have your life enhanced or the growth to happen in your business, that's fine. But I'm just saying, whether you're 60 years old or 20 years old or whatever.
My aunt is 83 years old, and
She's using it.
And we were talking about it, and so the next time I saw her, I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, I'm talking to my chat. I was like, "You're talking to your
That's
chat?"
so good.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a personal assistant. It's a buddy. It's a
Well, so you can turn on memory on ChatGPT, and so on my rucks, what I was doing is I would go, okay, so Paul, and this is who I'm married to, and this is my ex-wife, and these are my kids, and this is my mom, and so I put like all my genealogy and my brothers and my sisters and my relationships. I mean, just blathered all of this in there. So now when I go in and I say, okay, I'm dealing with a family member, and I want it to be warm because this experience, it knows, it remembers all of that.
So it's a learning language model, like you said.
It's a large language model.
So it actually gets to know you personally.
Yes, and I've uploaded 50 emails that I've sent out, so it knows my style of writing.
All right, we got to do the training for the team on this, will you? Like a real time where you can start to show whatever you're willing to share.
I'll share it all because again, it's already out there.
Yeah.
But it's just having it explained to you and brought to you. The biggest and the importance, it is coming.
Yeah.
And not getting on board, you're going to get your lunch eaten.
Yeah.
Everyone wants, you do a search right now. Okay, you're doing a Google search and it's doing one way. That's not how people are going to be searching. You're going to go, here's what's coming in the future, and I'll leave it with this. I want a mortgage professional in Orange County that specializes in $2 to $3 million properties within 3 miles of the beach, but not too close. I want somebody that has a lot of experience and understands, and I have 4 kids, so I want to be sensitive to that. Find me a mortgage professional that will fit that bill. That's where the search,
because it's probably going to be reviewing all the reviews, what people say. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's incredible.
It's gone through, and it has all the Yelp reviews, and it has all those things. So if you're not putting it on social media, if it's not putting it out there, it's not going to find you.
Incredible.
But if
is it also searching like Instagram and all the other stuff? Or
yes, it looks for lists. So we're the top 10 mortgage professionals in Orange County.
That's so cool.
It's searching everything.
Yeah.
It has the internet memorized.
Yeah.
It's not going in and learning it. It already knows.
Yeah,
it's spitting it back.
Yeah, once it learns, it can't unlearn it. Yeah. It doesn't forget like us.
No.
Guys,
so, it's exciting.
And that was just a teaser. We're going to do a deeper dive for our sales meeting on this. Thank you. We're in your debt. Huge.
No,
I'm super grateful for you, Paul, just so you know, man.
I love the ride, and you are a great fearless leader.
Yeah. And that goes for you too, Trace. Okay, guys, until next time, thanks for listening. As I always forget, please like and subscribe if you stayed in.
Have AI remind you.
Sorry. We're going to have AI remind me next time. Have a good day, everybody.